Brian Judy is the NRA's chief state lobbyist, and he was giving a speech recently at a gun policy event, and he decided to go below the belt to attack his political opponents. So there's this businessman named Nick Hanauer who pledged $500,000 for certain gun safety reforms that he's in favor of. And Brian Judy went after him because of that. He said, quote, "It's like, how stupid can they be? You know, now he's putting $500,000 toward this policy, the same policy that led to his people getting run out of Germany by the Nazis." You know, it's staggering to me. It's just, you can't make this stuff up. That these people, it's like any Jewish people that I meet who are anti-gun, I think, are you serious? Do you not remember what happened? And why did that happen? Because they registered guns and then they took them. And now you're supporting gun control. You come to this country and you should support gun control. What did you have to flee this? Why did you have to flee to this country in the first place? Hello? Is anybody home there? So naturally, if you support gun safety and if you support gun reforms, you're sympathizing with the Nazis and you believe in a Nazi policy. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Here's another way to look at it. You're supporting British policy, which is a perfectly lovely place if you ask me, right? I don't see people, getting dragged out into the street in Britain and killed because they have strict gun policies. Another way to look at it, you're doing Australian gun reform. They also have some strict gun safety laws. French gun reform, they have some strict gun safety laws. Canadian gun reform, they have some strict gun safety laws. No, you jump right to goddamn Jew is sympathizing with those Nazis and their policies. Isn't that a shame? Ugh, how gross are these people? Now, what policy is Nick Hanauer actually supporting? It's not gun confiscation, which, by the way, I disagree with gun confiscation, and the majority of liberals and Democrats disagree with gun confiscation. But all he's supporting is the vanilla, moderate, nothing reform that simply would just prevent a little bit of crime, right? Universal background checks. That's it. He's in favor of universal background checks. And the NRA is saying that's a Nazi policy. All he's saying is close the gun show loophole and make sure that criminals can't get guns. 40% of guns sold in America are through the gun show loophole, and there's no background check associated with it. You want to know what percentage of the American people support closing the gun show loophole and doing universal background checks? 93%. So according to the NRA, their chief state lobbyist, 93% of the American people are supporting a Nazi policy. Yeah, that or you're an idiot who has no logic.